Let's see who we got. We got Selma here already. I'm sorry, Selma.
On Rover.
There you go. And let's see, Josh is here. Hey, Josh. Why are you gonna insert a scream? Mafiosco? It's gonna be fine, Selma. Hey, Marlon. Marlon says, Selma, do you have Facebook Messenger or Discord? What's up? Instagram or TikTok? So you can call right now and we can do some breath work. Hey, Bud Files, how are you? Hey, Lee. He says, hi, Yogi, sir. Guessing front row, second from end. Yes. Hold on. Let me double check. I don't remember. I need to look at the photo. Front row, second from end. Yep. That's me. Man, what grade? I think that might have been first grade. Second grade? I think it might have been second grade. How old are you in second grade? Ron says, just sit around, 478 breath with Thelma. Nice. Someone says she feels calm. Good. Lee says, Yogi, you haven't chased. I'm slightly taller. I saw your cheeky smile. Hey, Sniper. Hi, Kayla. Kayla, how are you? Put up a little quote for the day. I hope all is well with you too, Kayla. Thank you. And we're going to pin that message and discuss if anyone would like to. Hey, Gypsy Red. Gypsy Red says, hey to you, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. Lee, have you worked out again this week? Today's what, Wednesday? Gypsy says, hey to Dundee. I'm going to bring, Gypsy, I'm going to bring up your channel. Awesome. You're a tarot reader, Oracle, Pendulum, and Ruins reader. I also make jewelry. You also, by the way, have a brand new subscriber. I also make jewelry, mostly bracelets made with natural stones, crystal set with intention, spell jars too. If you have any questions about a reading or other, let me know. Hey, so how do we purchase your bracelets? Give me 1 second. I also think, you know what? Normally people have to wait a bit before they get modded up. But I like the sound of your subscriber. So I like the sound of your channel. You just got 2 new subscribers. Let's see if by the end of you hanging out with us, even if it's just for 5 minutes, how many subscribers we can help you out with. You got 6. Man, we've doubled your investment in just a few moments. You're welcome, my friend. Let's make it easy if you want to reach out to people. Hi, Anna. How's your day going, Anna? He says, yes, I went today, Yogi, very enjoyable. Lovely big Olympic size indoor pool. Still will wait for Saturday to take the boys swimming. Awesome. Hey, I think I mentioned, but I don't remember if you answered. What are your plans for the summer? And how soon are the kids out of school already? He says, I agree with that pinned comment, Yogi, and I like the word appeal. Here's a question. Can we remember? Here's the answer. No. But we can try. We can return. We don't need to remember. Something I was thinking about this morning on my second walk, that we can simplify it. We can simplify our path. We can simplify our mission, our dharma. Gypsy Red says, free shipping to the US. Nice. Thanks for subbing, everyone. Oh, I have my email listed. Just Cash App and PayPal for now. How long have you had your channel, Gypsy Red? He says, 5 more weeks to go, Yogi. I'm having scheduled lots of swimming and healthy eating for all of us. Awesome. Sepa says, Gypsy Red, your 5th sub, and Eric knows about my 5th. Yep. Hey guys, so we have a new friend. And you know that we like our tarot card readers. Hey, I have you're at 8 subscribers. We're going to do our best to help you get to 50 so that if you want to do some live streaming. Hey, is that Plastic Man in your banner? Anna says, "How to Gypsy Reds? I've subscribed. Thank you, Anna." This is Kayla Boo, my sister. Kayla's a good friend. Hey, Sissy. Hello again, beautiful sisters and breast stars. Hey, Sissy, we have a new tarot card reading channel. Come on in. Hey, I have a standing invitation for any tarot reader. He wants to come up on the live stream and, pull a couple cards for people whenever they want. Gypsy says, "Oh, well, thank you so much." For years, I just started to do stuff with it. All right, do you have any goals? What would you like to do? Hey, Achiever, nice to see you. Watching from India. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in, Achiever. Invisible Man, probably. It's my Universal Monster deck. Got you. Achiever says, "Hey, Yogi, how you doing?" Doing pretty good. Someone says hi to Star Sissy Sis. Someone says Dundee is a good friend. He is a good friend. Yeah. Simplifying the path. All we got to do is love. That's it. Each moment. Love what's present every moment. And when you slip, start over again. He says, "Yogi, you have been incorporating squats into your workouts. I know it's something you've done before." Yeah, I used to be a really heavy squatter way back in the day. When I started ultra running, I mainly did really light kettlebell goblet squats for mobility, not really for strength. Doing the kettlebell sport incorporates a lot of leg movement, a lot of leg strength. And then, like I said, doing burpees, I would do body weight squats, a lot of body weight squats. And almost 2 years ago, I hurt my back, re-injured my back. It took me almost a year and a half or so to get it right again, and it still isn't 100% right. But it feels better the more I squat. It feels better the more kettlebells I do. The high rep burpees, don't quite agree with it the way it used to. Hey, Abigail. Abigail's doing amazing. So yeah, hey, Gypsy Red, if you ever want to come up on the live stream and answer some questions with the cards, pull some cards for some people who might have a question, just come on up. Marlon says, hi to Bud. Bud says, morning peoples. Also says 111, 111. Gypsy Red says, I've been reading since I was 12. Started making spells, jars, and bracelets about 10 years ago. I'm just trying to gain a following before I do my first convention. Very excited about this. All right, well, we're going to help you. We're going to do whatever we can to help you. Starting with, are you guys subscribed to Gypsy Red? If not, she's a new friend. Please do, if you don't mind. Hey, Skits. Skits says, sup, Jokester, Broster. Sup, chat. Hope you all having a tremendous day. So far, pretty good. I got a clip out with my camera of a fawn and her mom. Beautiful. Someone says Dundee is magic. Gypsy says, I'd love to set up sometime. Yep, whenever you want. We occasionally have, it's been a couple weeks. Abigail says, I miss you, Lilo. Sniper says, Gypsy Red, I'd be happy to be a subject. Yeah, I bet you a few people in here would have some questions for you. Abigail says, happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you. Skip says, that sounds wonderful, Yogi. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was able to get fairly close without trying to get close. As soon as I sense any apprehension at all, I want to step back. Whenever I'm filming anything, the goal is to be as unobtrusive as possible. Least disturbance is how I like to think of it, which is sort of a Taoist phrase. Walking through life with least disturbance as possible. Abigail says, thank you so much. Leah says, hi, hey, Abigail. You always make me smile with your warm and caring nature. Everyone is saying hi. Sissy, how are you doing today? He says, I'm sure I'll have a question or two, Gypsy Red. Hey, let me ask our tarot reading friends, as well as Sniper with his dowsing. Jace says, happy hump day, Yogi chat. Happy hump day to you, Jace. Jace, what's up? You going live today? Of course. Of course, he's got something planned. Sissy is tired. I'm more sleepy than tired, but I'm always sleepy nowadays. Gypsy Red says, say to everyone. Someone says hi to Jace.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part you need now.
I have no idea
partner
where this is coming. There we go.
That's why millions of maintenance and repair.
Saying I had no idea where that was coming from. So when you're going to read cards, How ready are you? Do you need a day to prepare? This is my card reading day. Could you be ready like at a moment's notice where you just center yourself, a few breaths, tune into spirit, and then you're ready? Same with dowsing. Is there a process that is unique to you or like a universal script? This is how you should do it. Jason's waving at Princess, which means the legendary princess is here. Says, hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Princess. Don't forget our friend Gypsy Rose, brand new. She says hey to everyone, and she is growing her channel. She is a tarot reader, pendulum and ruin readers, and a jewelry maker, and growing her channel. You're at 9 subscribers. That means we've tripled. We've tripled your audience. Lee says, Abigail, I am indeed. How's your day going, Princess? Anna says, hi to Jace. Thank you and happy Wednesday to you too and to everyone. Someone says, hi to Princess. I'm saying hi to my cat for about the 150th time so far, just in this hour. He says, Yogi, have you watched The Talented Mr. Ripley? Was that with Matt Damon? Were they in Italy? Am I thinking of the right movie? Gypsy says, I have some invisible illnesses I live with, so I worry. So I work with a client to figure out what's best for both of us for collective readings. I do them when I feel good. Gotcha. Thanks for answering. Hey, Night Watcher. Hola. Hey, are you done school, Night Watcher? Someone's laughing. He says, yes, it is. I have seen it, but way back when there was still a Blockbuster and you could rent actual movie cassettes. And it says, hi, just Night Watcher. Night Watcher, how are things in Bangladesh? One week till finals start, and I'm stress prepping. So that means you're prepping for stress, getting your stress ready so that you'll be ready to stress out when the time is right to stress. You got this. Gypsy says, so, okay, all, I really appreciate everyone and the help, but I have to go now. You're welcome, my friend. Hey, if you want and you haven't left yet, feel free to drop your link and I will pin it in the comment section and people can subscribe and we'll keep mentioning you. I'm going to be live for an hour. At 2 o'clock, our friend Magnetic North is doing it's a premiere or a live stream. I don't remember. Matt Watcher says, half prepping for stress, half stressing while prepping for the exams. Gotcha. That makes sense. Hey, Jace.
Hello, amigo.
How are you?
Not bad, my friend. How are you?
Pretty good. Someone's excited.
The wind's blowing.
Yeah.
Zena's chasing the wind. So she's just spent the last probably 35 minutes flat out on the floor. Took her for a good walk. She had an amazing run in the woods. And then she came back and she sort of like just went, oh, somebody flicked the switch off.
Yeah, I've
There
been
she
there
went.
before.
Can I sing a little song?
Yep.
It's been a little while.
It has been a while.
I've missed you.
Well, thank you.
I've missed all you guys in chat as well. She's back. You're live. Okay. This is just a little impromptu special one that came out the top of my head. I'd like to sing a little song of love and harmony about my friend called Yogi. We see him often, you see. I need to start that again. I need to sing a little song of love and harmony about my friend called Yogi there. He likes a mushy pea. Sorry, Skip's prompted it. You know, because I was reading the chat and trying to sing at the same time. It sort of like threw me just a little bit. But yes, good to see that little smile. Gonna get ignored
Beautiful.
now because the fingers take over. Come on, talk to the chat. Just talk to those at the same time.
I can do both. I'm working
I
on
know
it.
you can multitask.
I actually don't like multitasking because it seems like something suffers when I do. But our friend Tom Tofu, and I like that name, says, "Are you always live, bro?" And I wanted to say, "Seems like it, doesn't it?"
You're regular, consistently regular, which is a good thing. Right, could I just ask you to do one thing for me?
What's that?
You know how like the Americans have one way of saying certain words and like the English have a different way of saying them. For
Right.
instance, potato, and then you get that potato thing. And then you get that tomato and that tomato thing.
Now, how do you say tomato? You personally.
Tomato,
Tomato.
tomato.
Gotcha.
Now, when you say multi, is that multi or multi?
Multi.
Multi.
Yep.
So does that mean your P would be a pie?
Does it mean say that again?
Does that mean that your P would be a pie? So I would say multi, but you're saying multi. So obviously P would be pie.
I will have to consider that. It
They're
could.
interesting. I'm obviously. I realise now that something's just clicked in there, and you've made that little connection. It's worked. It's a little joyous moment.
Now I have a question for you.
Yes, I am free Sunday. Most definitely. That's a yes. That was so easy. I can't believe you've just simplified that so much.
You didn't even ask what I wanted to do on Sunday.
I read your mind. That's the joy of being connected, like as we are. It's one of those things.
All right. So you're going to join me on a 3-mile run
Definitely. When are we going?
Sunday.
Okay, Sunday.
Hey, actually, do you ever get in any running?
Jace can run.
I know you can run, but do you? Like just
Yeah, I actually ran this afternoon. I ran with Zena this afternoon, and for probably the first time, she actually stayed by my side. She didn't just want to just constantly trip me over every 2 seconds.
nice.
Yeah,
I guess they're saying 5-mile run.
not a problem.
It's been a while since I've ran 5 miles.
Would you like to do a 5-mile run on Sunday morning?
I would not.
Just a gentle 5 mile. We don't need to do any time. We're not pushing, but we could both
Right.
put camera on. Great for a nice little gentle 5-mile run.
I don't know how I'd put a camera
Have you got anything that's got a pocket?
on.
Something like you've got a pocket in like a little, or possibly as you've got your t-shirt there, just stitch a little pocket on the front that fit your phone in. You can actually run. It might
You're
move
asking.
about a little bit like you're on a boat doing a moving about thing, but it would work.
Right.
If you'd like
It's
to
the
do
same.
a 5-mile jog, I'll quite happily do a 5-mile jog with you. Duncan Walsh.
Mike, the actual question that I was going to ask is, so who you doing live with today?
200's probably a good number, yeah. If you want to do 200 on Sunday, I'm more than happy for that. You're killing the time here. I'm 41 seconds over. Yeah,
You
I'm
and
doing.
Skips?
I'm with Dan in 15 minutes.
15 minutes, nice.
I think little secrets out of the bag. I hope he's not watching. So we're going to do a quick 30-minute dumbbell session just on the shoulders. I want to do 1,000 reps this evening.
About 1,000 reps of.
So we'll do combination. It'll be hands to shoulders, Plank, second will be a rep. Press up, sit ups, squats. Going to induce a little bit of extra work into the legs with the weighted squats. But the plan is obviously to do about 250 reps on each. So we'll do about 250 press ups, about 250 core, about 250 squats, and obviously about 250 reps in duration worth of time holding planks.
Nice. Hey, I know you like to do the dumbbell squats, holding the dumbbells. You ever done goblet squats where you're holding the dumbbell in the middle? You squat
Yes.
down nice and deep.
Yes, I like.
Do you? I thought you would.
I think obviously as I'm starting to get the different muscle developments on the different parts of the body, I'm finding that things are changing. So whereas before my endurance was absolutely insane, it's slowing down a little bit as I'm getting stronger. I realised though that strength and that endurance, you can't get the max on both sides of the scale. You have to compensate one way or the other, and the body can only feed so much. Oh, Carl. Well, so yeah, it's a few less reps, but obviously it's going to put a few more weighted exercises in just to keep the improvement going.
And I take it that that's a sacrifice you're willing to make because you have a specific goal now, which is to
Yep.
put on some size.
I need to get on stage at some point.
Yep. Do you have a deadline?
I'm looking at maybe it might not be this year. I know I'm in okay shape. I see exactly just what's possible. And for myself, I've got a little bit of a way to go yet. If I can put on an extra 20, 30 pounds and then get myself absolutely conditioned, I'll be quite happy then. Playing with the dog, he caught me a couple of times. I've got one little scratch there.
See one there, yeah. One there.
And another one here, yeah. It's where she claws. So I have to grind her claws with a grinder. Sometimes I leave little sharp bits. It's one of those. Shirley, oh, that's right. That'd be good.
Hi, Shirley.
How are you? Brother, 8 minutes 32. I apologise for the extended duration.
It's okay.
But,
Talking training. Always love it.
golly. Yes,
Squats.
if you want-
One word. Squats. That's going to be
Okay.
your secret. You're going to
just
put
keep going
20.
with the weighted squats.
You got to get under a bar.
I do have a big bar. I think it might be time to get a few bigger plates.
Because I
Possibly.
love the dumbbell squats, but you're always going to be limited by your grip, and the legs are big muscles. Man, you're gonna blow up when you start doing squats, weighted squats.
I hope so. The diet, I've invested quite a bit into good eating. So I've virtually cut sugar out. Sugar's virtually gone. Protein, squirrel, alright, brother. Getting plenty of protein. I'm making sure that I'm getting my other little essential parts of the diet as well. So it's not going too bad. Chicken, I'm living on chicken, but it seems to be it's doing something. So I just
Working.
keep pushing.
Because you're
Right,
putting on
maybe.
size and you're still lean. You look good.
It's not going too bad. I walked past the cup and I was like, actually not looking too bad. And somebody stopped me and says, "How often do you work out?" I went, "Every day." Where'd you do that? I says, "Oh, on YouTube." "What's your channel?" I had one extra sub just from somebody that I passed in the street.
Awesome.
Can't moan at that. It's a result.
Right.
Right,
We're
let me
gonna-
leave you then.
We're going to send people over to watch. Yep.
Bye.
Bye, Jace. So we got two places to be, guys. We got Jason Dan going live. He said about 15 minutes, and that was about maybe 3-4 minutes ago. Coming up, if Jason wants to drop his link, that would be nice. And then we have Magnetic North is going to be live at 2. I'll be done my live stream by 2. And we'll hang out. I think it's a premiere. It's either premiere or live. Hi, Selma.
Hi.
Hey, Carl.
I'm not happy today because Harrison is staying my sisters again. I thought that was over, but then I realized he's staying my sisters again.
Here's my thoughts on that, Selma. That's been bothering you for a while. Your sisters are going to do whatever your sisters do, and you're not always going to be able to control it. So let them know you don't think it's good for them, and then it's out of your hands.
Yeah.
Hey, I have an announcement to make, guys. I have a sad announcement to make. And I don't like making, sad announcements. For those of you who know, Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys, a musical genius, just passed away. I grew up listening to the Beach Boys. Saw the Beach Boys in concert a couple times. Thank you, Jace. Jason dropped the link. So I just wanted to let you guys know.
Yeah. And Skip said that Summer, you should ban yourself from using the word heretic. Anyway, who? Harrison who?
Exactly. Harrison Hill no longer fits into our life. He says, sorry to hear, Yogi. Yeah, I think almost everyone is familiar with the Beach Boys, right? Nice to see you, Duncan. Stitch hasn't checked in yet. Daisy says, oh, well. Yeah.
Skip said who?
Gonna shrug your shoulders, Selma. Who? That's the answer.
Who?
So if we don't even think about him who shall not ever be mentioned again, then we don't have to worry about him, do we?
We don't have to worry about him. We can always say who.
Exactly. And if we're not worried about him, then you have no reason to be sad anymore, do you?
Yeah.
And if you're not sad anymore, you're probably feeling, I don't know, how are you feeling? Maybe feeling all right?
I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. We were on a roll. We were on a roll. Hey, we were on a roll. We were on a roll. Hey, hey.
Exactly. Always feel better when you sing, don't you?
Yeah.
Speaking of singing, what did you think of me and Toy Pups last night?
Yeah, it was so good.
You think so? You think we sounded good together?
Yes.
Maybe we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Hey, Himlada. Now what you says, who is this? This is Selma.
Hi. Yogi.
Uh-huh.
I have to go.
Okay. We'll see you later. You want to come back later tonight?
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe we'll do some singing tonight.
Okay.
All right. Bye, my friend.
Bye. I love you.
We love you too. Hey, Daisy, do you ever see the Beach Boys in concert? Skitz had said that he would ride his bike. How many miles do you say you ride your bike? I walk 3 times a day, some days up to 10 miles. I walk at a very fast pace, anywhere from an 11-minute mile to 16-minute mile, depending on, maybe a little slower if I'm filming something, of course. No mushy, no mushy, Carl. Abigail says, so sad. He says, he must have missed it, bro. Yeah, normally in the beginning of the live stream, Duncan, Stitch comes in and she looks for you. Now it's reversed. She said she came in yesterday. She was determined. Abigail says, just be happy. Absolutely. I remember Good Vibrations. I think that's the one. I think it's a group that I know many more just by listening. Yeah, almost every, even if you can't name a song, if it comes on, you know it. It says, doing all right. On a roll, eh? I can't. We need Stitz. We need Skits to come up on the live stream and do that sometime with the dance. She says hi to Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Lisa smiles. Hey, Lisa, why did I? You were a mod. I don't know why you're not a mod, but now you're a mod again. Lisa says, love you too, Abigail. Many people, including all of the Beatles, considered Brian Wilson to be like the musical genius. Good Vibrations, wonderful song. Inspired Paul McCartney. He heard it for the first time before it was actually released and realized he had to up the game for the Beatles. Could say Brian Wilson might have been a little responsible for the Beatles breaking up. Everyone blames Yoko Ono. Not the case, guys. That there was some creative differences between Paul McCartney and John Lennon. Paul McCartney being more aggressive, and when he heard Brian Wilson, he immediately came up with the concept for Sgt. Pepper's. Many people credit Good Vibrations as being the first acid rock song ever. I don't know. Grateful Dead were doing it back in '64 when they were called the Warlocks. Warlocks were part of Ken Kesey's The Merry Pranksters, driving across the country in a Magic Day-Glo bus from San Francisco to Princeton, New Jersey to hang out with Timothy Leary, who wasn't dead at the time, but now is, which is a reference to the Moody Blues. Timothy Leary is dead. Sorry, I get a little carried away. Give me 1 second. She says, much love, set up time, be kind, be caring, be happy. Peace. Excellent advice. Thank you, Jace. Lisa says, I have a hard time keeping up with chats. Me too. I'll be honest, I don't put too much effort. I try to get as much as I can. I think people understand at this point that I'm going to mess up. Not Watcher says, might get on stream. So, Night Watcher got a 18 plus on the stream. And I know you're not quite 18 yet. I know you're not a kid, but you're not quite 18. Night Watcher says, well, I just recently learned the U.S. had a war against the poor, literally, which was almost as big as the Civil War at the time, the Battle of Blair Mountain. I'm not familiar with that. Duncan says, yes, I was online, thought I would check. Did she say if she had completed the workout? She didn't, but she was really excited about finding you. So my guess is she did. I hope she did. Skid says, thanks, Lise. Just a lot to explain, but let's just say I had to throw a story away because of the dog. It isn't the only thing she did today. So yeah, I'm pretty depressed, but hey, hope you're well. I'm sorry, Skits. It was a rough morning for you. Lisa says, I have a hard time keeping up with chats. I read that. You see, I have a hard time too. Carl says, have you ever tried fasting? Yes, quite often, as a matter of fact. For, man, almost 20 years. I would fast anywhere from 18 to 22 hours a day, sometimes longer. They were American. They were a California band. As a matter of fact, they used to wish that they wished every girl could be a California girl. That's not a very great wish, by the way. California girls, they're as good as Canadian girls. They're as good as any other girl. They are certainly not better than any girl from Tennessee. I can guarantee you that. But if you want a good Canadian band, of course, you're a Rush fan, Lee. I'm sure you would say that Rush is the greatest band from Canada. I would say Guess Who. I'm a big Guess Who fan. Burton Cummings has a wonderful voice. Still does. And he's got to be pushing close to 80 by now. Hey, Mary Z. Mary Z is another person that should be a moderator. So, she is. And let's go to Mary's channel real quick, guys. Mary Z's Easy Recipe. She is Mary Z. Love cooking and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Awesome. Welcome everyone to my channel, Mary Z's Easy Recipe, where cooking is made easy. Mary Easy Recipes aims to provide entertaining and informative channel where everyone is entertained and gets well informed with health and nutritional information. This is a channel for us, guys. We aim to provide the best cooking recipes and nutritional facts around the world. Thank you for that. To keep you informed and entertained. Topics pertaining to human behavior, fitness, organic foods, and herbs are also provided. Please like, subscribe, share my inspiring videos. Mary Z Easy Recipes. Please subscribe to her channel. I love that description, by the way. Hey, Mary, feel free to drop you a link. Guys, if you want to reach out. Mary, you're modded up if you want to reach out to anyone. Lisa says, I was born and raised in California. It's a beautiful state. I've actually only been in the airports, flying to other places. Hey, Lisa, I need to apologize to you. I thought I was subscribed to you, and I wasn't. And I don't know how I could have possibly have missed that. Mary says, thanks again for the shout out. You're welcome, my friend. I love what you're doing in any way we can help. Carl says, California girls were unforgettable. This is why Brian Wilson wished they could all be California girls. Mike Love of the Beach Boys might be the most hated man in rock and roll. Just people don't like him. I don't know why. Here's the thing. He's practiced transcendental meditation since he went over to visit the Maharishi with the Beatles. He was in Marrakesh. For whatever reason, some people get bigger egos when they meditate, although meditation itself is supposed to be about the reduction of the ego as the central focus in our life. We see through it. But meditation also makes us very creative, very inspired. We get in touch with universal forces, inspiration itself. And if we're not careful, we come to be entitled, believing that we are just us, solely channeling those universal forces, which is not the case. Everyone is. Meditation just helps us tune in a little bit better. There's several actors and musicians who practice that, who have never been able to even slightly see through their egoic possession of their talents. That's a shame. Mary says, I'm grateful. Thank you. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. I'm glad to see what you're doing. Carl says, look under there, Yogi. What am I looking under? He says, Yogi, from the school photo, is there anyone especially that you'd like to talk to? It's a good question. I'm Facebook friends with quite a few of them. Some got together for drinks a while back. I did not attend. Probably over half of them, more than half of them, I'm Facebook friends with. Some we chat on like Messenger every so often, happy birthday, Merry Christmas type stuff, exchanging memories. I did not enjoy anything about that time. And from that time, it would be second grade until I was 35. Not necessarily true. I did not enjoy my time in school at all. My classmates have better recollections of our time together. Carl says he should have said underwear. Well, I was too accommodating because I would have looked under if there was something specific you wanted me to look under. Carl just wanted me to say under. All right, let's try this again, Carl. Let's try it again. He says, I wish I kept in contact with old friends, Yogi. So I'll think of them. Mary says, Shirley, hello. Don't forget, guys, Jace is live. He should be live now. Probably warming up, getting ready to bring Dan up. They're getting in another major workout. I'm going to end the live stream in 12 minutes. Want to check out Jace, want to give him some support, as well as our friend Magnetic North, Lee, is going to do a premiere at 2 o'clock. And I want to support that. As our friend Tofu Tom, or was it Tom Tofu? I don't remember which, said, are you always live? Which is a valid point. Seems that way, does seem that way. I'll be live again. So I don't need to overextend myself. I don't need to overstay my welcome. Yes, people can have, hey, Long John, people can definitely have too much yogi. There's a recommended daily allowance of yoginess. And far be it for me to overextend that. Hey, Adam. And Anna says 30 likes. Awesome, guys. I appreciate that. When will Jason and I have a collab? We had one about 2 weeks ago. And we'll probably do another 100 reps soon-ish, but not too soon. I don't do a whole lot of high rep burpees anymore. Only when I'm doing a collab with him. I'm overdue to do 100 reps with Dan, Poor Man's Gym. I got 200 reps in with Burpee Reaper about a month ago. But because I'm mainly doing kettlebells now and walking a lot, and I've done my high rep burpee days, everything now is geared to be rested and recovered for my next kettlebell workout. Adam says, Anna, you rock. Anna does rock, doesn't she? Adam, Adam. Anna is one of those supporting channels. She just quietly goes from place to place and extends love and supports her friends. It's a beautiful quality. If I haven't told you this, Anna, I love you and thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your friendship. It is valued and much, much appreciated, Anna. Mary says to Adam, hello. Adam, you mentioned a song the other day, and I don't remember what it was that you said you thought I should sing. Carl says she is truly an angel. I agree, Carl. You're absolutely right about that. But hey, Carl, as well as Adam, don't exclude yourself out of that, you guys. I don't take you all for granted either. Carl, you show up on a regular basis. Adam, you show up on a regular basis. Thank you so much. Highly appreciated. So hopefully Stitch will pop in and she'll give us a status report. Duncan's been asking about her. I hope she's doing well. Man, some of our young friends, things just aren't easy for them right now. Wish I knew how to make things better. Breath work, meditation, prayer work, all of it helps. But Anna says, thank you so much, Carl. Carl says, I got to thank you. This channel is like a second family for me. Hey, I got to thank you. You're the guys that make it that way. Hey, Long John says, love everyone and keeping you all in prayers. Thank you, my friend. Did I miss anyone coming in? So, guys, we got 7 more minutes. We went from 20-some people in the chat to we're at 4 right now. Only the hardcore remain. Carl says, no problem, Anna. I'm just still on the facts. I like that answer, Carl. A lot of times when we say nice things for someone and they might say, well, thank you, and they have a thank you, but. No need for a but. Well, there is need for a but no need to say but after. Sissy says, where did everyone go? I threatened to sing, and everyone headed for the door. They said, no, we've heard enough. We got some good friends live. We got Jace live right now with Dan getting in some reps. And we have Magnetic North Adventures coming up live, or I'm sorry, premiere. And it's getting close to 2 o'clock. I started at 1 and I'm almost in an hour. So by the time I finish the live stream, he should be up and either ready or getting ready. So I'm going to take advantage of this time and read my pinned comment. Every loving thought is true. Everything else is an appeal for healing and help, regardless of the form it takes. That tells you everything. I've been talking the last 2 days on the holographic nature of A Course in Miracles. Stephen says now. Yep, he'll be. Are you talking about Lee? Jace is live now, and Magnetic North will be premiering in exactly 5 minutes, or at least get ready in exactly 5 minutes. So Facebook, TikTok have spent more time online this month than the past 5 years. Hey, I'm glad that we could be part of that, Adam. You've become a very valuable part of our community. Mary says, good to be here. It's good to have you here, Mary. I hope we can support you in every way possible. Mary says, Squirrel Snapper, greetings. Sissy says, that's interesting how it fluctuated like that. Yeah, that's the thing with YouTube. You don't go up with the ups, don't go down with the down. Eric Lapointe remembers me talking about early on in my live streaming career. I had like 87 people rush into the room. Everyone asking questions. It was pretty hectic, but I was handling it well until I started to talk. And as soon as I talked, like only 4 people, everyone left, like, but 4 people stayed there. Valuable lesson. Don't worry about it. People will come to hang out and they'll talk. People will subscribe. People will leave. They don't want to hang out and they might unsubscribe. If you have a message and you got to find creative ways of putting that message out, I can't consistently talk about yoga or meditation or A Course in Miracles, but I can weave it through every conversation. I can offer breath work whenever anyone needs it. We've done a pretty good job teaching some consistent breathwork practices. So now people know, hey, I could do this. So they don't need me, which is good. Eric Point says, I even left that bay. He says he's just joking. I think Eric Point was one who instigated the whole thing. He's like, hey guys, there's got to be someplace better to go. This guy's just going to say yoga, 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 and then say forgiveness like 27 times. He'll be here tomorrow. You can hear it then. Thanks for hanging out, Eric Lapointe. He says he's just joking, but I do want to mention Eric Lapointe has consistently hung out with me, amazingly so, going on probably about 1.5 years now. I think he came in a January, so we're talking 1.5 years. Man, that's a lot of yogi time, Eric Lapointe. Mary says, your support will be greatly appreciated, Yogi. And I'm happy to give it, Mary. I hope you guys reach out. If you're not subscribed to Mary Z, I hope you are. If you look all the way up in the chat and you see Gypsy Red, if you could subscribe to her. Just for Carl, as we wrap things up, Carl, I want to say underwear. All right. And it says, much love to everyone. I'm going to see Jason Dan. I got 90 more seconds, and I will see you over there. Adam says, what a great community. It is a great community. And here's the thing. We're all going to be live. Those of us who do live streams, we're all going to put out a short. We're all going to put out a video. We're all going to do something awesome. Let's be there for each other. Carl says, did you see the deer? I did see the deer. Hey, actually, I saw a fawn and a mother. I will post that later tonight. Thanks for requesting that, Carl. They showed up just for you. Hey, Hunter. Weldon Carey's here. How are you, my friend? 35 seconds, guys. I like getting in that mandatory 1 hour. It doesn't have to be an hour. Philip says, I'm good. How are you? Well, I'm doing pretty good. Appreciate you stopping in. We're going to wrap things up. Jace is live with Poor Man's Gym. As well, our friend Magnetic North has a premiere right now, I believe. So with that, I'm going to wrap things up. Appreciate you guys coming in. Well, thanks for coming in right at the end. Sorry we couldn't hang out a bit longer. I'm going to see you guys in a little bit. All right. I'll be live again 3 hours. You too, Carl. Thank you so much. Cece says, love to you as well, Adam. Adam says, love, peace, joy. Amen to that. Love you guys. Catch you all in 3 hours. Thanks, Sniper. You're welcome, Mary.